Hey everybody, how we doing? How we doing? Everyone make it through the week? Everyone have a good holiday? If you celebrate it, then I guess a good day if you don't celebrate it. Um, Back with Pokemon Scarlet. We are coming up on some fights I'm a little worried about. That might add to that counter. I did do stuff off stream, so let's go over that real quick. We got the Ice Gym's coming up next, and the Ice Gym is level 48. We didn't level up Lumos because we're not using him. So I didn't need to invest. Did not need to invest. We got Misha up to 44, but again, Ice Gym, not going to be using them. Wingless, not using. Surgeonox, also not using. Sleepy, also not using. So who are we using? Well, B, he's probably going in here. He's at 47, so one under the limit. Level 99 Pokemon. No, I got my level limit. So B, he's gonna be in here. Let's just move everyone who's not gonna be here out of the team real quick. That's kind of it. I mean, Macargo's gonna be here. Got them to level 47. They have Lava Plume and Ancient Power, so those could work. Derek has Rock Blast. That could technically work. That's kind of it in terms of like decent options that we have. Aside from that, I guess I'm going to take Thrice. Because Low Kick, that technically could work. We'll take Ran. Well, I'm mixed. We'll take Rans. And I guess we'll take Oink. Not that DB could do anything, but just in case we need a body. Ice is weak to Steel, Rock, and Fighting, and Fire. So those are our four options. Do I have any TMs that I could think of? We got lots of candy stored up. So when we get our new friend, we should be sitting pretty good. Once we get our new friend. A lot of ice moves are special. Maybe we give this to Indeedee just in case? Question mark. Let's see. Do we have any? No, we don't want to teach him Low Kick. Do we have any Metal Claw? Nope. No Metal Claw for anybody. That's fun. I could Sunny Day potentially, just so that way, like, because I'm pretty sure one of the assholes is gonna set up Hail or something. So like I could. I don't know if I want to bother though. Light Screen would not be the worst. You already have Ancient Power. I don't think you need Rock Blast. No one learns Flash Cannon because that would be useful. Iron Defense, you could. Heat Wave, but we have Lava Plume. I don't think I need Heat Wave. I don't think we have, like, I could go Fire Blast, but dealing with the accuracy is kind of Like, legitimately, dealing with the accuracy is kind of So basically what I'm saying is, I have like two good options and then a bunch of maybes. And I'm hoping I could just spin. You know what? We're actually not going to put Behe first. Now that I'm thinking about it, like, I kind of want them to be our like ace in the hole, so to speak. Maybe we start with Jarek. Because the next thing after this is going to be Fairy. And I don't think Jarek's going to be super useful there. Are there any TMs I can buy before we just dive in? No Fire Fang. You know what? Let's, one sec. Fire move. All I can make is Fire Punch, which no one can learn, and Will-O-Wisp. That's not gonna work. All right, what about fighting moves? Low kick, bulk up, and focus blast. So, nope. Steel rock, stealth rock. That's all we got. Okay, that's fine. Steel moves. Nope. Okay, we're kind of fucked. So we're just gonna have to balls to the wall and hope it works. I missed some chat here. Hold on a second. I legit forgot what Ice Week 2 or Snowscape, if not Hail. I'd rather have Snowscape than Hail. Back to my 11-hour video about Bomberman game. What? Why are you watching an 11-hour video about Bomberman games? Hey Kim, welcome in. You know what? Maybe we do it. Maybe we do teach Sunny Day. All right, Oink. You get DB. You get Sunny Day instead of. I don't fucking know. I guess instead of Dig, let's give you Sunny Day for now. All right, well, we still gotta do the preamble before the fight even begins. So, probably to learn about Bomberman, that makes sense. Can you do me a favor and pass a message on to Kess? I tried to whisper them, but they have it on friends only. Oh. Aw, that's so nice. Kess needs to stop gifting subs. They're so nice, now they can stop. Do I want to be here right now? Because it's already fucking snowing. That means, like, before the fight even starts, it's gonna be snowing. Well, we have to do the lead up to the gym challenge, so maybe by the time I get the gym, like, access to the gym, it'll stop snowing. If not, we'll figure it out. Alright, let's head inside. They're very nice and don't tell them what to do. I don't like people spending money on me. No. Please. Uh-huh. Okay, good. Oh, I didn't want a Nimona jump scare right there. Yeah, that's my name. Ride the Pokemon down the designated course and try and reach the goal within the time limit. Start your test, just head out the gym. Okay. So it's like a slalom course, if I remember correctly. I think she only battles you after a gym. No, she has battled me before a gym. It kind of... One of those marks... No, two of those are from before a gym. Two of those whiteouts are from her. Because I had my team set up for the gym, which wasn't, you know, correct for her. It has to ride Pokemon all the way down the course. It's a little slippery. Reach the finish line within the target time and you've passed. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's go. I forget if there's like random Pokemon along the way. I like those gates. They're rainbow and cute. And pixeled. Those are all things I like. I don't get why this is the qualifier for the gym, but okay. Yay! Banjo-Kazooie flashback. Is it a jump scare if she's already standing in front of you? Yes, because I didn't know when I walked in the door she was going to be there. Kind of said Ash retired before you could even meet Nimona. It would have been on site every time, probably. Oh good, it stopped snowing. Perfect. All right, well, let's go. Let's go give this a shot. I don't even remember how many Pokemon she has. Or he? I forget if I think it's a he. Maybe it's a she. Rusha. I don't know how many Pokemon the gym leader has. He. Okay. Five, I think, maybe six. I hope not. That's a cute scarf, though. You love that dumb-looking Pokemon? Oh, I forget its name. And my brain keeps going to, like, Crust, but that's not what it is. It's a Titan. Isn't it? The Toddle. Okay. Titan is, like, the evolution. Frostmoth. Okay, Cloyster will be real good here. Yeah, Cloyster should be real good on this. Rock Blast, go. Okay, maybe I was worried for nothing. Maybe I was worried for nothing. Beartic. Let's let B he have, or actually, let's let Toma get in there. Let's let Toma get in there and get his credit. His participation credit. Because I imagine Beartic's probably more physically defensive than special defensive. Oh, that's gonna suck. Yeah, didn't think that one out. Ugh. Sorry, Toma. Alright. All right, Behe. Let's bulk up. Losing Macargo's actually kind of bad. Because I was kind of planning to use them for the fairy camp. So now that's gone. Unless I go out of order. If I go out of order, it still might be okay. So we might go out of order. Instead of going fairy, we might go to the fighting camp first. Okay, let's see if 3 bulk ups is enough. Drain punch? Hey-ya. Ooh, perfect. Good job, Behe. You've never noticed a bear strategically place spikes? They're supposed to be more like fur. I don't know why they have it look so spike in this one. I think like it's supposed to be like tough to fur, I think. Rain punch? Okay, I think Behe gonna sweep now. Altaria. Okay, but it's gonna Terra into ice, so we should be fine. Like, a fairy move's gonna suck if it hits me. Well, I don't think Altarias are that fast. You know what? We're gonna get the extra super stab. That way, if we go first, it should help make sure we, like, one-shot this. He might. If Altaria goes first and does, like, a Dazzling Gleam or something like that, it could go real bad for Behe. Or even, like, a Aerial Ace, Air Slash. Like, Altaria has moves that could mess him up. Drain punch, we go first. And we one shot. We're fine. Alright, easy peasy. We melted straight through her ice. His ice. Damn it. Or Toma. Yeah. I wasn't expecting Earthquake. I should have been. But I wasn't expecting it. But that's fine. Like I said, I think maybe we just pivot and we go to the fighting camp first. Get Homa back and then go to the fairy camp. It'll depend on what egg we get here. If we get something good against fairy and the eggs, I might just use them instead. Please leave me alone, both of you. Here's a question for... I don't like Grusha. They really strike me as a dick. Wow. The gyms vary in this game. Some have other battles, some don't. Here's a question, chat. We're not doing the Elite Four right now, obviously, but the Elite Four will be coming up. Yeah, no, I do remember that I have to beat her outside of the Elite Four before I get to fight the Elite Four. Here's my question. For the Elite Four, do I make the level cap for my characters the lowest character of the Elite Four? Or do I base it on the strongest character of the Elite Four? What do we think? Because I know they're all roughly the same levels, but they do kind of go up as I'm going. So I'm curious to your guys' opinion on it. The champion since one battle after another. Strongest would be the smart play. The other thing is, what I could do is I could base it off the lowest and then just take candies in. And like after I beat the first one, use candies to get to the strength of the second, use candies to get to the strength of the third, etc. So I have options. All right. But for now, Toma, you go in the lockbox. Kitten can now come out of the lockbox, as can Yanmega. Oh, and then Bihi. Oh, Bihi had a star already. So I think everyone has a star except for Toma doesn't have a star. Like he participated, but I'm not going to count getting knocked out as, you know, participated. So these on the right haven't got their participation star, and neither has Toma. So we have to prioritize using these guys. The only problem is fighting, not going to be good for Meowscarada. Fairy, not going to be good for Meowscarada. Fighting, Sleepy could probably do fighting, but not Fairy. And Wingless, Wingless exists. Let's see who our new friend is first, though, before we do anything. So let me bring up the wheel. Did my boy finally get that much needed brain cell? Yeah, evolved, and then you took out someone in a gym battle. And then you got knocked out. But you did take someone out first. All right, so we only got 4 people left on the list. We have Kaz, we have Spire, we have Negapole, and we have person I can't see because their name is behind the click to spin. So let's just see what we get. Now, before I spin it though, everybody remember, it's a surprise. Oh, hey, welcome in, John. We want a steal or we want a poison? Oz. Thank you, Oz. We want a steal or a poison? How has Nega not been chosen? Random probability? I don't know. This. All right, let's see. Steal or poison? Let's go. Kaz Wolfer. All right, we all know Kaz. Let me give him a quick. Little shout out though. He's over playing Guild Wars 2 right now, so I'm not going to bug him and let him know we're hatching his. What's the bet? None of them are steel or poison? I don't know. Someone here knows, but it's not me. All right, so Kaz was Egg 16, Luxury Ball with a red square. That should be this one. 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah. All right. If the luxury ball is actually any type of indicator, no, this is not going to be a steal or a poison. I'm hoping the ball is just a ball and has nothing to do with the contents inside. I'll be happy if it's at least a Pokemon that can learn Steel and Poison moves and doesn't get hit super effective by Fairy. That would make me happy. Like a female Salazzle Oh, well, that would be poison, so never mind. That doesn't count.
This is art!
Wait, what is art? What is art? Oh. You just want that away right now. Love how we always say it's on screen. Yeah, I usually wait until the egg hatches. The majority of the time, that's what's happened is, oh, eggs hatching, and then I take the wheel away. Everyone's like, no, the wheel, it must go. By the way, I might have a new redeem coming up. I have to see if my brain can figure out how to get it to work. I'm not saying what it is. I will say it does involve the little plush art that I showed off. But aside from that, you get no hints. Yes, the wheel must go. I mean, we're here to see what's happening. I'm running in a circle and you're not missing anything. All right. Come on. Something good. Something good. Something I can use. Howlucha. Well, that's not useful for the fairy gym, but could be useful for the fighting. So, and why, Kaz, if you catch the VOD, why am I not surprised? Why does this make so much sense that you would pick this? Like, I see you. I see what you're doing. All right, that's fine. Would you like to give him a nickname? Yes. We're just gonna go with Kaz for short, not the whole first and last name. I'll just do Kaz. Then we'll go Kaz. Yeah, flying press. So I think we skip the fairy gym, and we just the fairy or not gym, the fairy star camp. The fairy star camp is. Let me make sure I have this right. It's the fairy star camp is North Area 3. Yeah, North Area 3, and it's level 51. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go North Area 2, which is over here, and is the fighting, and this one level is 56. So we have to remember, whoever I level up to go after this camp will not be eligible to help us with the fairy camp. Like, that's just how that's gonna work. So, who are we taking? Aries a cutie. Jarek would not be good because Ice is weak to fighting. So no Jarek. Behe could probably stay, and we don't really care if he can't participate in the fairies because fairies don't like fighting types. I don't know if we take Thrice because here's my thing. Fighting does not like psychic. However, he is also normal. So I'm looking away real quick because I think someone gave a tip/advice on what the gym leader uses. And I don't want to see that. It's supposed to be a blind thing. And if I remember, I remember. And if I don't, I don't. So I'm going to look away from chat until that gets off screen. So, Bryce, we're going to put in the maybe pile. Bryce is definitely... We can't take Kitten because Kitten is also ice. And fighting and ice don't play together. We could take Yanma. We could take Geist. Let's put Geist in the maybe pile. We could take Hatsugiri can go in the maybe pile. Technically Ronin could go in the maybe pile, but I'm gonna put Ronin in the no pile because I might use Ronin in the fairies. Despite him being dragon, I have a plan. We'll just say that. You could be in the maybe pile. Lumos can't. Lumos is dark, so Lumos is in the no pile. DB, also in the no pile, because he's normal. Indeedee's kind of the same. in the same boat as Giraffarig, but he's faster than Giraffarig. So I think I'm gonna keep Indeedee in as a body to potentially rotate to. We'll keep Beehee in. So we need, I guess we take Yanma. Let's take Schmo. And let's take Turgenox. This is gonna be our team. Can I look over now? Balls? Oh, balls. Okay. That's freaking adorable. Wait, what's adorable? The balls? You find the balls adorable? Self-made emote jail. Perfect. I love it. Thank you all. I love that we did that instead of one or two just deleting the comment. No, that's fine. I think that's better. Self-regulate. I like that. Thank you, chat. Much appreciated. Okay. So now we got to get everyone leveled up. Let me go to that ice spinner. I want that dot off of it. Okay. What's the level again? The level is 56. That's the only problem is that's a lot of levels, and I have a fair bit of candy. I don't feel like I have that much candy. I'm gonna focus on the people I think that are gonna be the most useful. So let's get 55. We actually got there quicker than I thought. Okay, we're gonna leave it at 55. Psychic Terrain. What does Psychic Terrain do again? Pokemon on the ground from power moves and power up Psychic type moves for 5 turns. That might be good. Let's take that instead of Pain Split or Power Split. Last Resort? No. No. Close combat? No, we don't need that. Reversal? No, we're fine. Okay, before I level up the 3 at the bottom, let's get Hawlucha caught up. 20 candies. Wing attack, detect, aerial ace. Let's have aerial ace instead of wing attack. Encore, no, we don't need that. Feather dance, no, we don't need that. Brick break, maybe. Let's take brick break instead of tackle. Bounce? No. Taunt? No. Roost? You know what? We will take Roost, actually. Let's take Roost instead of Detect. Swords Dance. Oh, Swords Dance would be good. Let's take Swords Dance instead of Hone Claws. Flying Press, there's what we wanted. Flying Press is 100 power. Its accuracy isn't spot on, but that's fine. It's a fighting move, but also counts as a flying type move. So we're going to take that instead of Aerial Ace. Oh, no. So another 5. High Jump Kick. We could take High Jump Kick instead of Brick Break. You know, Kaz might have come at like just the perfect time to like help this run out. I thought I got enough candy. Clearly, I was wrong. I clearly did not get enough candy. Like Halloween. All right, okay, there we go. Let's just use 8 of these on you. U-turn. Oh wait, you're a special attacker. Or at least I'm raising you as one, so 6 more. Yeah, I did not get enough candy, chat. I am sorry. I was like, I'll get plenty of candy. We won't have to farm at all. We're gonna have to farm at some point. I might not do the farm now, but maybe I should. Maybe I should. Let's go. I want to at least. I probably won't. I don't care so much about Tatsugiri or Turginox because they're kind of just here as extra. But I want to at least get Yen. Or, well, you know what? There we go. We'll still have to farm after, but that's fine. Main's position. Main's position. And then what do we give Kaz? I think... Do I have wide lens or did I not buy wide lens as a hold item? I don't think I bought it. Because like the attack power on his flying press is 95, which means it should hit close to all of the time. I don't like those odds. So maybe we go buy the thing so that way it hits all of the time and I don't have to fucking worry about it missing. You tend to prefer chocolate candy, though you love some you like Smarties? Interesting. Interesting. I guess Smarties are okay. It's one of those candies where I've never heard someone be like, I liked this. Like Smarties are kind of like that safe candy that like no one likes, but no one hates either. Like if you get it in your trick or treat bag, it's like, okay, this is fine. But like no one sees the bowl of candy and is like, oh my God, Smarties, I want those. At least in my experience. At least in my experience. People like Smart. They're okay. I will take them over bottle cap, but not over sweet tarts. Listen, people took candy cigarettes from me. I need my edible chalk. Oh, wow. Well, yeah, but that's kind of like I was saying. They're not a bad candy. They're just, in my experience, I've never heard someone say, I like this candy and like it's the thing they pick. All right. So let's head over. Where's the closest? This is the closest fly to the camp, I think. I haven't had bottle caps in forever, so I don't have an opinion. Bum 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 bum. Okay. Do we need any moves on you? I feel like we have everything good. I think what'll happen is I'll just set up. He has good defense. So maybe I'll just throw Kaz out on something that's like a physical attacker. Swords dance a couple times, roost to top myself off, and then just sweep. Oh, I just checked. His ability's unburdened, so he wants like a consumable item. He ain't getting that, so Kaz doesn't get to use his ability. Sorry. I would say one of my favorite candies to get, but like Lumos is gonna be the only person who knows what I'm talking about. Cause like I've said these candies to like multiple people and everyone's like, what the fuck is that? And has never heard of them. So I'm just like, it's fine. It's just for me. This company, yeah. Thanks for outing it, Lumos, even though I said I wasn't gonna mention it. Just for reference, normally if people say I'm not going to mention it, they mean to not mention. That isn't for you to decide. Anyway, yeah, it's just a candy that I'm like, you know what? No one knows this. It's fine. It's just for me. Oh, I wanted to hop up there and get the items. Well, yeah, but even if you guys ask, that's still up to my discretion if I'm gonna say it or not. Like, if just out of respect for people, if someone says they don't want to share something or they're iffy on it, don't do it for them. I had to Google them, but I do know them. Haven't seen them since I was a kid. Yeah, I'm surprised. I thought maybe it was just like a West Coast candy. Ooh, give me a sec. It's stuffy in here. I need to open the glass door real quick. Hopefully no one sets off fireworks or any bullshit. He's got like Ogre Pond face paint now that I'm noticing. I wonder if that was like an intentional little hint towards the DLC or if it was just a happy little coincidence. Your grandparents would always have some. Don't know why, but they did. I like them better than Starbursts, personally. Like, Starbursts are great, don't get me wrong. But the consistency on the Mamba's a little softer. And it's not as chewy as like a Haichu. So. You said this, I could feel the sides of my mouth reacting. Oh no. They have Mexican vibes to me? Wow. I mean, you're not wrong. Okay, good job, Rans. Good job, Rans. Primate. I want to see how Kaz is gonna do. Flying press. Huh, that's not what I thought the animation would look like. I don't know why, but that's not what I thought it was gonna look like. I think Well, yeah, I know it's supposed to be a luchador mask, but like luchador mask and like the ogre pawn mask, they have a lot of like similarities and crossover to them. So like, I don't know, I feel like it could have been just a light little hint, or it could have been nothing. Okay, I think what we want to do is we want to try, like I said, I think we want to try and have Kaz set up. Because I'm mostly worried about the stupid car. People's elbow from the sky would have been hilarious. So, I know what you're talking about in terms of I've heard the name before. I wasn't a wrestler kid. Despite what my dad would have liked, I was not the most into wrestling. I did watch it, mostly because he watched it. But you know how that works when you're a little kid. Your parents are watching something, so you kind of just emulate slightly. So that's what that was. But yeah. So I know I've heard the term before. And then like a lot of my friends were into wrestling. I never, I don't know, it didn't hit for me. I think there was this part of me, because like, my mom was into soap operas a lot. Like, she had the VCR set and would record the soap operas, right? And I think part of me just had real, like, I wasn't into the soap operas. And I think part of me put two and two together at a very young age that wrestling was just soap operas, but for men. And that kind of tuned out a lot of my giving a fuck. I'm not looking at chat because I'm at a time limit, but once I get somewhere where it's like text, I will take a peek at what is being said. And don't get me wrong, I watch anime too, and like a lot of people would describe anime as like very soap opera-y. And some are, like, no doubt, some are. Like, not even gonna defend that. But there's a lot of them that aren't that like oh, can I not? I have to go back to heal. Okay. There's a lot that aren't that much, and like with anime, it's kind of honest about what it is. Like you go in knowing like, oh, this is a fictional story where there's high stakes and blah 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 blah. Where with wrestling, they still try to keep up the facade that it's like, oh no, this is real. This is it's a competition. Blah 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 blah. And that's fine, but like I'm not about the theatric of it. I'm like just admit it, just for fun. You don't have to keep up the front. It's fine. People will still watch, I promise. I do not like this raid camp. Raid camp kind of sucks. All right, that's everything. Let's see, what did I miss in chat? Let's see, elbow drop. My brother was into wrestling for a couple months. I was theoretically into it just by proxy. Yep. Yeah, he did it because the move originally didn't go the way he liked. So he fixed it by stringing it out to get into the right spot and just stuck the way he pulled it off. Vince. Just rusty interpretation about how wrestling and drag are basically the same. A lot of people started to, a lot of things started to make sense. Anything with a long-term story can be called a soap opera. This is another term for story-based content. Honestly, I like the WWE games more than the actual show. Okay, I could get that. I think the thing that like separates soap opera to me from just like a long-term show, at least again, this is based off the soap opera my mom watched and me getting information secondhand, so I may be mistaken. But soap operas, at least that I saw, the thing that makes them soap opera is just how over-the-top dramatic they are. Like, they don't care if necessarily everything makes sense. They don't care, like, if no one would actually make that decision in real life, or if there's a much simpler solution. They're gonna go with the path where it's the most dramatic regardless. Okay, Rands. Hey, do I go just for the kill? Or do I try and calm mine first? I don't think he could do anything that's gonna mess me up too bad. But let's go for the call. Oh, that's right. I have the vest on so I can only use attack moves. That was dumb on my part. All right, well, stored power it is then. Ooh, sucker punch. That's not good. Yeah, Indeedee's done. Fuck. I forgot about that vest. Yeah, the melodrama. But I'll be honest, I've known some people whose real life could rival them. Yeah, you're not wrong. All right, we don't have the vest to worry about anymore, so let's try and set up with Kaz, because I don't think he has much that could really mess with us. So let's try a swords dance. Okay, we are faster, so that's good. Let's flying press. That one hit a little harder than I like. Annihilate. That's going to be Ghost fighting. I don't know. Here's my problem. I don't know if flying press will hit because it's a fighting move that also just happens to count as flying. Ghost can't be hit by fighting moves, so I don't know if it's going to still go through or not. We better switch. Yeah, let's switch to Geist. Let's switch to Geist. I don't want to, but... La Rosa de Guadalupe will get me invested if it's on just because everyone's actively making the worst possible decisions and it's baffling. Oh, God. Okay, air cutter go. Oh, it's gonna use that. Oh, ice punch. Ugh. Okay, but that's fine. Air cutter again. Your sister is finally being unfrozen from being cryogenically frozen for the past 3 years after she slipped into a coma after she came down with amnesia. You joke, but it do be like that sometimes. Oh, I really wish that would have just landed the kill. Okay. Let's have Behe swap in here. Get some bulk ups in. Okay, we're fat. Our Behe is faster than their Behe. Oh, you know what? Let me use this. You had to stop watching one where the saint of the show suddenly, and for no reason, got possessed by the devil and was suddenly a serial killer. TV's wild, man. Ooh, okay. I think we just have to go for a hit here and stop dilly-dallying. Lucario. No, we'll stay in on the Lucario. Oh, he's faster? Shit. I was expecting Passimian to be faster. That's not the best. All right, Perginox, you're up. We're gonna lose a bunch. We might not make it here. Let's heal up, Kaz. Alrighty. We used our one healing item at this point, so I kind of just have to go for it. Hey, good hit. Good hit. Good hit. All right, it's just the card now. My thing is, do I go for a Swords Dance? I'm gonna go for a Swords Dance. I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. Okay, that did not do a lot. How much do we do? Oh, we fuck you up. Okay, but his defense went up, so we won't do as much this time. I'm gonna roost for safety. I don't want to, like, not kill on this, and then we get crit. His speed, okay, he may be faster than us, and his attack went up. Let's flying press and hope it works. All right, cool. Ooh, that was close. Love how the Flying Terra is based on the Flying Pikachu card. Yeah. Well, and the Flying Pikachu just in general. Just like Surfing Pikachu. Okay, we did lose a number of people, but that's okay, because like I said, we can't use them in the fairy gym or the fairy camp anyways, so it doesn't really matter. From the top rope, it's Halucha, yes. Ads are incoming, that's fine, because we're just going through dialogue real quick. So once I get through this dialogue, I'm gonna go BRB, and then we'll hatch our next egg and hope it's something good. Does Pikachu fly with balloons? Yeah, back when Flying Pikachu was introduced, there's Flying Pikachu and there was Surfing Pikachu that were introduced. Surfing Pikachu used a surfboard. Flying Pikachu just had balloons tied around itself. Yeah. Stop talking. Stop talking. Isn't Surfing Pikachu Raichu? No, that's a Alolan Raichu who surfs on his tail. Surfing Pikachu was a special 90s Pikachu that knew the move surf, and it would surf on a surfboard. Okay, the intro music right there, when it came to me walking out of the Star Camp, it kind of sounded like Final Fantasy XIV music for just a second. Yeah, he was in the anime too. I do remember that. Oh my god, Cassiopeia. I just wanted get to my menu. Okay, ads are going. We will be right back. Oh, what? We got a raid? Why are people raiding when they're not here? Why are they trying to be sneaky? Welcome in, Mitsu Raid. How you all doing? You all know me. I'm not gonna give my little spiel. Hi. We just beat a star camp. Hooray. And it only cost us everything. Now, Homa could come back out of the lockbox. But going into the lockbox is in Rands, Geist, Behe, and Turginox. But thanks to Kaz, we managed to succeed. Do you think I checked shit? Last time I rated Ithoma right when he ended, fair. I think that. Yeah, I spelled it right. You were playing Identity V. Oh, is that the one that you said is basically Dead by Daylight, but it's not as fucky? For lack of a better term. So we just beat the fighting. I raid people as they end stream all the time, pretty much. We just beat the fighting star camp. Kaz was able to help us get through that. So now we're gonna hatch another egg. So let's bring up the wheel. We only got 3 people left. We got our friend Oz, we got Negapole here, and we got Spire, our good buddy. Good owl buddy. So I did forget how fucking wait, why is it infuriating? You said it was better, but it's also infuriating? I am confused. Let's spin the wheel though, see who we get. Oz it is! Oz is... Let's see, Oz is egg number 9, blue triangle. That should be this one. Yes. Oh no. Oh no. It is, but I think it's because my main isn't that great. That's fair. Here's my problem. I don't know Oz a ton, but I know Oz a little bit. And I know the type of Pokemon that Oz tends to gravitate towards. I don't think this is going to be something to help us with the fairy gym or the fairy star camp. To give you an idea about Oz and the type of Pokemon they like, their favorite Pokemon is Arcanine. I think they also like a lot of dragons. Fortunately, most of the dragons are already taken. But yeah, so we'll see. Oh boy. I just want a poison type or a steel type. Maybe, ooh. Duraludon? He might give Duraludon. I wouldn't hate Duraludon. That wouldn't be the worst. That wouldn't be the worst. It wouldn't be the best, but it wouldn't be the worst. Orthworm, that would be another fun one. Nah, you get a bug. I mean, a bug, too long didn't read. My killer is very into more claustrophobic spaces, I guess you could say. So when the same, when I get the same insanely open map 20 million times in a row, you get a little tilted. That's fair. It's like going a CC character in League of Legends and you're always up against someone who has a cleanse. All right, what do we got? Come on, Oz. Come on, Oz. I believe in you. Wait, Coco. 2 people gave starters. 2 people gave start. All right, well. I mean, Fuecoco's not the worst. I mean, of the starters, I hear Fuecoco's actually real good. Against Fairy, at least Fairy's not going to be able to fuck him up. Fairy's not going to be able to fuck him up. All right. Okay, there's definitely the only problem is after the fairy camp, we have Titan Tatsugiri.
Beautiful. Unbelievable.
We have Titan Tatsugiri, and that's not gonna. He's not gonna be useful there. Okay. It got fixed. Fire Ghost is pretty good. Yeah. Silent Cheese Man. Wait, what? Sliced Cheese Man, not Silent Cheese Man. Same thing. It's fine. All right. Okay, we need to go get candy though, because we don't have candy to level anything up. I mean, I have like this. Here, you want this? Here you go, Fue Coco. Have this. Silly me thinking I had enough candy. Sure, instead of tackle. Oh, I forgot to check out the Fue Coco's like moves and all that. Let's check what we're working with here. Okay, so it's got a default ability, and then it has no boost or anything to anything. It's just a neutral Fue Coco. Okay. Oh, I gotta sneeze. And it ran away. Damn it. Oh, wait. Pardon me. Sorry about that. Let's see. So who are we using? It's a fairy camp. Halucha is not going to be good against fairies, so you go in the no pile. You're in the no pile. You're in the no pile. I was supposed to take Wingless to the fighting camp. Fuck me. Well, we gotta get Wingless a credit. Wingless hasn't got a credit yet. Shit. I guess Wingless is gonna fight against Tatsugiri. Is what it's gonna be. Fairies. You know what? Okay, Ronin's gonna be my break glass in case of emergency on the fairies. I know it doesn't make sense, but just pretend with me for a second. I do have a plan. It's not the best plan. Toma, you're gonna have to try against the fairies. Rice will probably have to try against the fairies. I want to take Jarek, but I also kind of want to save Jarek for Tatsugiri. Because ice. Oh, but it's water and dragons, so... Okay, let's look at it this way. Who can go against Tatsugiri? Halucha could technically go against Tatsugiri. Oh man, I was also going to take Sleepy potentially against the fighting because Ghost. We might not be able to get everyone. Well, wait. We might not be able to get everyone credit. Like I was good. My whole thing was to try and work everyone in. We might not have that luxury, unfortunately. All right, we're going to take Wingless. We're going to try taking Wingless here. And then against Tatsugiri, I guess we're going to go... You... But dragon on dragon? That might not be the smartest idea. Because the problem is, once we do Tatsugiri... Tatsugiri is the last thing we get to do. And then it's Elite Four time. So, like, if anyone gets knocked out during Tatsugiri, they're just fucked. They don't get to play in the Elite Four. So, like, okay, you can go with Tatsugiri. I guess, but I kind of want to take you because I know there's Steel. And you'd be real good against Steel. All right, we're just going to leave this for now. These three for sure. If Ronin can get through here, he'd be real good against Tatsugiri as well. All right, so we're just gonna let's just go get candy for now. We have to get everyone to level 51. There's 4 of the Elite Four. Sneeze be like, yeah, that's how Sneeze was. See if I can learn Poison Jab. We'll see. Wait, see if who can learn Poison Jab. The Fuecoco? Or do you mean let's get everyone candy first, and then we'll worry about who could learn. I wish from here I could see like what level the things were, so I wouldn't waste my time going to one that's like 1 star. I should probably hop online real quick. And then Poke Portal. Are there any Terra raids here that I could just like hop into real quick, actually? No? Cool. Love that for me. Love it. All right, we're just gonna have to go to camps and see what we can get. Okay, this will work. Gonna be fairy. You have a fairy. I hate it here. And then it's a dragon. No, just go, Macargo. Go. Fine. I should have arranged for, like, to have some of you guys be online so that way you could just feed me Terra raids of, like, a higher level. I really thought I farmed enough during the week. Because I did a bunch. And they just weren't giving a ton of candy. They were not giving much candy, but like I did like 2 or 3 days worth, regardless. And the game's just like, nah, fuck you. Okay, yeah, Lava Plume just does better. Lava Plume just does better. There's never enough farming. Apparently. You know, I will say, the fun thing about doing stuff like this for me and doing like Nuzlockes in general is, again, using Pokemon that like I wouldn't normally use. And then like getting new Pokemon that like they're not necessarily like my favorite Pokemon, but they're Pokemon that like going forward, if I see them in a run of a game, I'm not going to be like, ew, I don't want that. Like I've gotten a couple now where it's like, oh, I wouldn't mind using you again. I actually kind of like you now a little bit. So that's fun. Like my boy Appleton's great. I would use Appleton again. Challenge as group. With anyone. Hopefully no one has a slur as a name. Hopefully someone joins. Try a monotype run, give you some more freedom, but does limit you. I've actually been considering that because Rands, when I've been watching them, they're doing a poison run of this game. The only thing is I wasn't sure what monotype I would do because I would want to do a monotype run where I get to use Mimikyu, right? So that means I would either have to do a fairy monotype or I would have to do a ghost monotype. Neither of those really have a ton of options early on in this game. Like, for Ghost, I would be kind of just stuck with Mimikyu and Ghastly. Or, well, actually, I'd be stuck with Ghastly, because I'm not sure if I would trade a Mimikyu to start with. I hate how this game works. I hate how this game works with these raid battles. And that, like, they get to go before I even put in like, I've got to put in nothing. And they're all just doing stuff and roaring, and it's... Can I have my menu back so I could actually put in my turn? I would love to have my... Thank you. It's a shame Town doesn't have a way to filter people who do that. They try. It's just one of those things where, like, no matter what the filter is, like, people are always going to find a way if they want to have, like, bad names. But yeah, and then Fairy has a few fairies early on in this game, but the problem there is they're all baby Pokemon, and baby Pokemon suck for doing pretty much anything. There's Ceruledge and there is Fuecoco, you're right, but I would have to get to the point where those are evolved. I would have to get to the point where I could actually use them, because in a monotype run, I wouldn't be able to use the lower forms of Fuecoco. I would have to wait until it's a Fuecoco. All right, let's bust out some of this candy. Whirlwind? No. Incinerate. We could go with Incinerate instead of Ember. Wants to learn Yawn. No. Oz wants to learn Snarl. Sure. Oh! The boy's evolving! Rockcolor. I mean, the game won't let me name one of my Pokemon Violetta, or variation of the name, because technically it could be a bad in Spanish or Latin language, but there's literally a character named Viola in the game. Yeah, that's weird. Oh yeah, no, I agree people shouldn't be able to do it at all. It's just... It's one of those things, looking at the history of video games, I'm like, I know people are just gonna... Wait, why is Tatsugiri on my team here? You're not going into Fairy Town. You can't be here. Do I only go in with 5? Maybe we just take Oink as a body again, just in case. All right, anyway, back to leveling people up. What am I supposed to be getting to? 51. And then, do I have anything here? Special attack. I think Fuecoco is gonna want that. Special defense. I don't know who to give that to yet. Bunch of attack. I'm actually gonna save those. Ooh, okay. 4, 8, 12, 16, 24, 28, 32. Okay. All right, where's the next one? I guess let's go here first. Yeah. Run. Oh, by the way, chat, forgot to tell you. When I was farming this week for candy, found another one of these. So we're up to 2 now. We're up to 2 of these little bastards. And we found this guy, who kind of just looks like he's wearing a little onesie. So that's fun. You're not shiny. We're going to move you up here. But yeah, so now we have 3 dogs, a pig in a onesie, 2 little seeds, a blood spider, a shiny burb, and this little chess piece. I will admit, 2 of the dogs and the chess piece I may have shiny hunted for intentionally. But all those other ones, those bitches just showed up on their own. That was not my doing. Happy shiny Poogie from Monster Hunter Strawberry Dip. There's a quote right there. God. Bird. Wow. For being super effective, that was actually for being a super effective stab move, that didn't really do as much as I would have liked. Hey chat. For when I use wing on this next camp, does it count as credit if he just uses Tailwind to boost the speed of the entire team and that's it? Does that count? Does he get a star for that? I feel like no, but see, this is what I mean. I got 3 candies from this. I got all this caca that I don't want. No, needs to KO a Pokemon. Fine. Like I said, Wingless just hatched at the completely wrong time. Like, if he had hatched earlier in the game or slightly later into the game, it would have been so much better. No, later actually wouldn't have been better. I'm lying. He should have come earlier. Ooh, okay, another 4-star raid. Grass, and he's normally a buggy. Okay, so challenges group with anybody. Change places. And you know what? We're just gonna use as phrasing. No, I know what I said. I stand by it. You didn't give someone else credit for being there in the past fight. I know. Because, okay, so all that's left, like I said, there's the fairy one where I'm taking him and hopefully he can do something. There's Tatsugiri. I could technically take him to Tatsugiri. But, like, Tatsugiri has an ice move. It's not going to go great for him. I could potentially... Oh! What if I use him on the Nemona fight? Because we have the Nemona fight before the Elite Four. What if I use Wingless on the Nemona fight? Because Nemona has, no. Oh, Nemona has Quaxley. So maybe Wingless could take out Quaxley. Although it does have Ice Spinner, which could be a problem. But... could potentially be a thing. And, like, I would rather risk losing him there than, like, other Pokemon that I care more about. You know what? We're gonna Swords Dance. Woo! Don't wipe my Swords Dance, I'll be angry. Good thing I have that wide lens. All right, cool. That's a clear. Yeah, because the Elite Four, I don't remember all the types of the Elite Four. That's another problem. But I do know there's Steel. I'm pretty sure there's Dragon. I think there's Flying. I honestly don't remember. That's going to be the most dangerous part. Is there so much of the Elite Four I do not remember. And as we established, it would be funnier for me to not look it up and to go in without remembering than it would be to... Like, so, yeah, so much for that. I do remember, though, the one thing that stands out is I remember the Steel trainer being a real pain in the dick. So that's the thing I'm most worried about. 51, was it? Yeah. We're gonna leave at 50, actually. So yeah, let's get everyone to 50. Rush Claw? Use slashes target with hard sharp claws. This may also lowers the target's defense. 75 power with 95 accuracy. Am I willing to... Well, if I Hone Claw first... Yeah, okay, we'll do that. I keep hoping when I go out of the like, Pokemon Learn to Move menu, I keep hoping Wingless is gonna evolve. I'll be so much more inclined to use Wingless if he would just evolve already. Because that's like the big thing holding him back, is that he's still a tier 1 Pokemon. I need him to at least get to tier 2. He needs those stat increases, which, like, to be fair, I don't even think Braviary gets that great of stat increases once it evolves, but it's got to be better than what it's at right now. What's this? Change Pokemon. Ice type. Ice type. I guess you go. You go. Oh, hey, well, oh, hey, Corvus, welcome in. How you doing? Why'd you do that? Thank you. But why? I'm late, but hello. Oh, hey, Taylor. Welcome in, welcome in. Didn't catch you there. Was in my own head for a little bit. You know, I could have sworn I was subbed, but I suppose I was wrong. Also, to show a little support. Well, thank you. I do appreciate it. I think you may have been subbed. I think it was a sub that Kess had probably given, because Kess gave out a bunch. So I think they had given one out before, and then it probably lapsed. But welcome in. How did the rest of your stream go? I know you were doing your Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, yeah? Yeah, you were doing your master duels. How'd that go? Were the duels mastered sufficiently? See any? Actually, you know what? Did you see any interesting decks today? Not bad, though I was dizzy the whole time from being in a bath that was way too hot. Okay, chat, story time. So, this was early on when Lumos and I were dating. And we went, one of the first places we went, like early on, is to Disneyland. And I wanted us to have fun, so rather than have to like wake up early and go there and all that, I got a hotel nearby, so we could like sleep there, go the next day, come back and sleep and check out and be real chill and relaxed, right? I think it was for gay days. I'm not 100% sure if it was or not. Either way, I decided to go and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take me a nice hot bath. Because, you know, I wanted to relax. I wanted to relax. May have stayed in too long. May have got very flush and red. May have needed to have ice pack on head for a little bit. Or, I don't know if it was an ice pack or if it was just a cold cloth. There was a thing on my head. That's all I remember. But yeah. Great first impression. I felt real good about myself after that one. I felt like a champ after that one. Yeah. Oh, that's just like me, for real, for real. You got ice in the bucket. There we go. How does one go about... Oh, well, all the eggs have been created, so unfortunately at this time you would not be able to do one. But if I ever do one of these again, I will definitely make sure to hit you up for one. We're actually winding down towards the end of the Egg-Locke. I only have 2 eggs left to hatch. We're just collecting candy to get everyone to level for the next fight that I'm not sure I can do. It put me to sleep. I don't like that. Get up. I always give my buddies Iman with 4 recoil moves and regenerator. Oh. He's never sure hey, there were a couple fights I was really sure I could do. There were a few I was like, no, I got this. Wait, it put me asleep again? What a dick. Yeah, I'm making an underwater base in hardcore Minecraft, and I'm at day 33 in the game. Oh, fun! I haven't done Minecraft in a while. I think the last time I was doing Minecraft, it was because I had this big, ornate, grand idea I wanted to do to build something, to then stream with a bunch of people, and it'd be really great. And then I realized the thing I wanted to make was entirely too big for me to do on my own, and I was crushed under the weight of my own ambitions. Which happens a lot. Which happens a lot. Because I could never just do things small scale. Again, Lumos can testify to this. Okay. Who else do we... Let's get Foi Coco up all the way. I think Foi Coco is going to be super useful. I think once we get Foi Coco to level, I think we'll be good to go do the fight. So we just need to get Foi Coco to level 50. How long could that take? Hopefully not a fortnight or something. You're not worth the time. The little 1 and 2 star... No, go away. The little 1 and 2 star raids aren't, like... In theory, I should do them just to get the candy. But they're not really worth it. Just because, like... The extra small candy doesn't really do much. Like, I'm well past the range where it's useful. Challenges group. Let anyone join, and then it's bug. I guess Oma can do this. Let's wait for some buddies. Everyone always says dream big, but no one tells you what to do after that. Anyways, make a garden and have an octopus hang out. Wait, what? What? They need a yellow submarine first. Yeah, it's only 100 EXP. That's like nothing. No, because, okay. So, like, what I wanted to do with the Minecraft thing, right? Is I wanted to build this big thing where it would be like a race between, like, 4 or 5 people, right? And I wanted there to be, like, different segments of the race that all played out differently. And, like, there was going to be an underground mine section, which I built. I built all of that. Some people saw it. They tested it out. They said it was fun. And then there was a next section that was going to be like you would go through a city and you'd gather equipment before going to the castle. Thing is, build a whole city and build a whole castle. I wasn't good enough to do that quickly. I didn't know a way to automate it quickly. I didn't have any friends who I could be like, hey, help me. You know how some people have that one friend who's like, they have time. We'll just say they have time. So you could like just be like, hey, can you help me do this? I didn't have one of those, so I couldn't just do that. So yeah, I ended up crushed under my own thoughts, and then I just stopped. It encored me before I even used a move. I hate it here. Wait, why is there dancing ghosts? I mean, they're cute, but why? Are they dabbing? Are they dabbing ghosts? Then they're not cute. Never mind, I take it back. I'm gonna be so mad, by the way, chat, if we beat this fairy gym, or fairy whatever, and then we get a poison or steel type. I'm going to be upsetty spaghetti. Because this entire run, we've gotten Pokemon like way, just like 1 or 2 things later than we should have got them. Aside from Kaz. Kaz came up perfect. He was a hero. He came up at the perfect time. He couldn't have timed that better. No roar. We could learn Flamethrower instead of Incinerate. Incinerate 60. Yeah, no. Flamethrower is better. The boy! Rawr! You would love that though? Oh, don't get me wrong. Would be great content. I would still be upset. It's a dabbing ghost, emotes from the random sub I got. Oh, fair. Porch Song. I think that's like its signature. Okay, so it's weaker than Flamethrower, but it boosts its special attack. So after the first one, it's better than Flamethrower. Got it. Understood. No notes. Okay. Okay, just 9 more levels and then we're done. Shadow Ball. Big Shadow Ball. Instead of Leer, that's not doing anything for us. I still have to get back to ZA though. I haven't finished ZA yet. I have not finished ZA yet, and I probably should. Fairy. Don't have anything for Fairy, so just go Toma. Wait, what? Never say upsetty spaghetti in my presence again. Wait, what's wrong with upsetty spaghetti? What if slightly modded to spaghetti? I don't like that. That doesn't have a good mouth feel. There's like the M. The M makes it stop. It needs to flow. It needs to flow. Like water. I'm gonna throw rocks at you. Throw rocks at you. Confuse Ray, that's rude of you. He's hitting himself. Oh no, cool. Didn't hit himself. Awesome, love that for me. Come on, Toma. Don't hit yourself, Toma. Dude, that's rude. They better heal up. Actually. Okay, cool. They took care of it. Love it. Okay, see, here's my problem. Macargo
The fuck?
was not doing much against this not actually a fairy. So, little worried. Getting a little worried. I would be more surprised if the eggs did give a shiny, to be honest. Like, shiny odds are not that great. Like, the fact that I found as many shinies as I have is kind of, People would be, I know a couple people who would be like, good for you, sarcastic clap. You know what? Now that he is fully evolved, can you learn anything that's going to help me against fairies? No acid spray. You have a tail. Well, just. So many of you have tails. Why can't you put poison on it? You have claws too. You're a gator. Why? Why? No Venoshock. I think the only one who could learn like an actual freaking poison move is I think Behe, which would not be good against fairy anyways. Can't learn poison jab. No flash cannon. Oh no, Behe I think couldn't learn gunk shot. I think that's what it was. Iron defense. Cool. That doesn't help us. That doesn't help us. Yep, we're just gonna have to muscle through this. That's what it's gonna be at the end of the day, is we just have to muscle through. Which, not a fan, but like I said, push come to shove, I'm pretty sure Ronin should be able to get through it. Because, okay, the biggest thing we have to worry about is the car at the end, because the car has like a boss health bar of HP. Damn it, there's nothing there. So we have to get through that. The car becomes whatever type, so it's going to be part fairy, but then I think it's also going to be steel. I think it keeps the steel from the car, not the poison, so it'll be steel fairy. If I terrestrialize Flapple into just or not Flapple, Appleton, then it'll be come on, none of these are good. Then like it's not gonna get super effective, and we know how tanky our boy can get, so I might be able to just like slowly win. I might just be able to use the good old stall tactics. But I would prefer not to do that, because I feel like we've relied on Appleton for a number of fights. And we may have to actually rely on them for Tatsugiri as well. So I would much prefer if someone else could like carry for a little bit, give the apple a break. Can I not? I can't jump up on this? No? No. You're not gonna let me. Fine, I'll go through this mountain and hopefully come out the other side, where I can then get to that fire thing. I didn't see you, you're small. What I'm kind of hoping for at this point too is if I can get something that Oz can set up against with Tort Song. Maybe Oz just sweeps. Like if you know, the special attack can get high enough without him having to switch out. That could also be a possible solution. I don't know how likely that is. Because it only goes up by one stage each time. So it's not gonna go very quick is the problem. Because you can see a ball goop. Wait, what about wingless? Throat spray. Isn't throat spray a one-time use though? Like don't you use it once and then it poofs? Man, all these are just 2 stars, and it is making this a chore. That's a giant ass Venonat. Okay, challenge as group. Anyone join? Some Vicks instead. Can I even get the throat spray yet? Is that like? Am I? I would imagine I've been. I just have to hope this Dawn Fun doesn't have a rock move. It should be sitting pretty. I think this might actually give us enough candy if we're lucky. It is in regular battles used up. It might be worth it just to potentially get through it. Because, yeah, it might. We'll see. Oh yes, you both have your shiny monkeys, but one of yours is bigger than the other, so theirs is better. Or dance, go. Ooh, rollout, that's not good. Yeah, it's a Dom Fam. Why didn't I think it would have rollout? That's fine. We did establish that like these are different, so we're not counting knockouts here. They're kind of just their own thing. I call it night. Have a good one. No problem. Thank you for stopping by and have a good sleep. I hope it finds you quickly. there we go. I was like, let the menu come back up, please. Up a TM I didn't have before. Oh, Will-O-Wisp. Different one. Ah, Brick Break. All right. But that hardly gave me any candy. I'm kind of upset. No, no Will-O-Wisp for you. Oh, no Hex for you. Well, we're in ads, but this is just farming, so I'm not gonna cut. Let's just go get these done so I can move on to the next thing. You know, I think, assuming I do farming off stream tomorrow and the next day, and that it's enough candy, I think we may be able to finish this up on Sunday. All kind of just depends on the luck rolls I get with the raid candy. But we don't have that much more to go. We got 2 challenges. We have Nimona and we have the Elite Four. Well, and then Lumos brought up something that I guess I should bring up to you, Chet. What are we counting as the end of this? Because I was just thinking once the Elite Four and all the 4 storylines are done, that would be the end of it. But Lumos was pointing out that it should probably be that I should probably have to go to Area 0 and finish Area 0. Is broadcast steady on my end? I had a bit of a dip. It does look, I don't know when I lost them. It does look like I lost like a few frames, but I don't know how long ago that was. It's less than 1% of everything I've streamed so far. So it might have been a tiny blip and that would have been it. The only reason I don't say Area 0 is just because, like, I don't feel like anything interesting happens there to make it worth counting. Because you kind of just go down there. There's story bits. There's, like, I think 1 fight against an old Pokemon. And then it's just the final fight. You thought I would do Area 0? Okay. We can maybe do Area 0 then. We'll see. It'll depend on how fast I get through everything. Oh, you're so close. Okay, 1 more and then we should be good. Where is there a camp that I could do? Here? Here's another question then, chat, just for curiosity's sake. If I did do a monotype challenge, or like another Egg-Locke challenge, would you want to see it again in this game? Or would you want me to do another game like maybe Shield and Sword? Might be fun and swish. Swish. Count as a group. Anyone join? It's electric, but that's whatchamacallit, which I know is gonna have water moves. So I think I'm just gonna go as Ronin on this one. Probably different game for variety. Okay. What sounds more interesting though? Another Egg-Locke or doing a monotype run? Because my thing with the Egg-Locke is I could do an Egg-Locke and swish, but it would be way less Pokemon than this. Because Shield and Sword only has the 8 gyms. So that would mean 8 Pokemon. And that would mean I'd have to do a lot of gyms with just like 1 to 3 Pokemon. Like, it'd be a while until we got, like, variety in the team or anything like that. So, unless I put in, like, other arbitrary spots to unlock Pokemon that aren't just the gyms. I just don't know what those would be. I guess it could be rival battles, maybe. My only issue with doing, like monotypes in that game, you don't really get access to a lot of like Pokemon types right off the bat. So that would also be like, I don't have a lot to work with depending on which, I'd have to really research what types were available to see what would be viable. Maybe a monotype. Okay. Yeah, because I don't know if mono ghost or mono I don't know if mono ghost or mono fairy would be viable to start with in that one, because I don't know how many ghosts and fairies are available right from the get-go. Milcery's there, so I guess that's at least one fairy. I just don't remember any of the other ones. And then Ghost, I'm sure there's like a Ghastly around or something like that. Wheezing? Isn't it only the evolved form of Wheezing that gets it though? I would have to wait until like Wheezing evolves. I guess aside from that, I would just have to maybe use the raid dens to get access to some of them early. Hatsuni and Impidimp. Hatsuni and Impidimp are there, but aren't they like kind of farther in? Like, don't I have to get to the forest before I can get them? Morlo? Morlo's fairy? I always forget Morlo's fairy. Okay, I guess fairy would potentially... I would just have to see when I get access to them. And then I would probably play Sam's version of the game. Because I believe the gym leaders are different, depending on which one you've played. Because I think I had Ice Lady, and he had Ground Boy. Is that the two separate ones? Ice Lady was way better. I just remember that. Okay, there we go. I guess I might as well just get Giraffe Rig up. Just in case. Since we have the extra candy. Alan wants to learn Psychic? No. Okay. I guess let's go. Let's see. If they sell throat spray, it's probably over at the Water Town, I want to guess. That's not the Water Town. Fight Girl and Ghost Boy. Yeah, I had Fight Girl, if I recall correctly. Ooh, free thing. I had Ghost Boy? Okay. I don't remember the game at all, apparently. Throat spray is not here. Was throat spray back in the main town then? Wait, no. Delibird is this way? I don't remember this town super duper well. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Throat spray. Give item to hold. There you go. You get the throat spray. Okay. So let's see. Change position. Let's put Toma first. We're gonna put Oop, no. Ronan goes all the way at the bottom. Then you. Then you. And I guess that's just how we're gonna have to roll with it. And Wingless, you are present. You are present, Wingless. All right, let's go try the ferry out and see how it goes. Yay! I am not excited. I am not excited for this. I can't believe we've got how many we've got like 16 Pokemon that we hatched and none of them are good against Fairy. How that happened, I don't know. Fifth base. Okay. We even went out of order to try and help the situation, and the game just... And like, looking at who we have left, I'm pretty sure Negapol wouldn't have given a poison type or a steel type. The only steel type I could see Negapol have given as a option would have been Klefki, and I don't think he did. Don't correct me, by the way. I'm thinking out loud. Fire, I can't see giving a steel or a poison type either. It's likely going to be another burb of some kind. So I think we're just fairyless. Oh, damn it. I was button clicking too fast. Don't pull me into the fight yet. I see an item over here and I want it. I don't care about that. Alright, yes, I'll indulge you in a quick battle. Okay, let's begin. Impity dimpity. Don't like that. Long as it doesn't one-shot us, we're fine. Don't like that. A lot of fairies are special, and I forgot Macargo is more physical defense. Hatterene. Switch Pokemon. We're gonna fucking use up our throat spray before we even get in there, aren't we? Oh well. I had a feeling I should have bought two. But oh well. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Are you gonna make us fight you too, or are you just gonna let us in? Hey, you didn't have like the maiden list? What? All right. Okay, you know what? Actually, now that I think about it, indeedy. Put away held item. Change held item. Or that, no, never mind. I was gonna put the vest on him, but then he won't be able to learn use recover. Just have a pair of glasses, I guess. Have a pair of glasses, I guess. All right, in we go. Hey, oh, welcome in, Elbel Akoshi. Akoski. I'm just gonna go with Elbel for now until you correct me. Welcome. I am not good at reading of the names. I do apologize. All right. Hopefully this does not go bad. Mimikyu, the cutest boy. I'm sorry I have to beat you up. You are very adorable. Ooh, they're gonna have a Meryl. That's gonna be bad for Macargo. Florges can be pretty scary. Fix-Lab. Take these 3 out, and then we'll go back and heal before we take out the last ones. Oh, the Mimikyus. Okay, the cargo took a little bit of damage and so did Thrice. That's fine. I think. We'll see. Ortega. Negapol, I'm curious, what is your opinion on Ortega? Yeah, no, I should have figured Meryl was going to be the first one out. DB, I need you to take a hit here. Right, the guy with the last name for a first name. Go to sleep. Sorry, DB, but thank you for the hit. The problem is, what is my solution to this? Or, I guess Energy Ball. Yeah, I guess Thrice with Energy Ball is going to be the solution. Wham. He's kind of bullyable, ironically. Like, I don't think I am, but he's not an attitude I would antagonize. Got it. I just wasn't sure if you liked the aesthetic or not. Doshbund. That's the dog. Now, if I remember right, the dog likes being hit by fire attacks. So I don't think I want to change to a fire type. Do we think... Okay, Wingless, I'm gonna give you a shot. Wingless, I'm gonna give you a shot. Okay, someone was on, like, Flag Squad. I get it. I think Wingless dies. Yeah, Wingless dies. His stats are just too low at this phase. Go for the stab. I see that you do realize that CHS is pronounced X, right? Hey guys, I'm not even. Oh, one sec. Steve. Oh, for his name? Probably. Okay. Fun dog gone. Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff. Do we start trying to set up on Oz to see if he can do it? I think we start trying to set up on Oz. Back Rose. Throat spray. Oh, that was a crit? Oh, okay, this is fine then. Or Tort Song. Meh. Wiener Dog? Yeah, Wiener Dog. Meh. Misty Surge. Well, I guess we just keep going with this. Oh, that did jack shit. Oh, why confusion? Come on, you can do it. You can do it, Oz. I believe in you. I could try one more time before I have to use my heal item. I don't want to lose. Well, Oz isn't really going to be useful. I still don't want to. I still don't want to. Heal up Oz. Even if we're not using Oz for the next thing, I would rather not. Like, he put in work. He deserves to live. He put in work. He deserves to live. Also, welcome in, guys. How you been? Hope your days or night. I don't know time, so I hope your day/night or whatever it is good. Yay, we win. Okay, that wasn't too bad. We still didn't get Wingless, though, his check mark. And that's kind of a bummer. Technically, did we get Macargo? Technically, Macargo didn't get his check mark either, because he just swapped out right at the start. So we may need to get them their participation on the last rival fight. Because I don't want to take either of them into the Elite Four. I don't think either of them are going to be great for me in the Elite Four. I kind of already have an idea of who I'm taking to the Elite Four for most of the slots. And I'm sorry, Braviary and Rufflet, super duper cute. I am not finding a use for them so far. I am not finding a use for them so far. Like, people were telling me the apple was bad, but at least I found a use for the apple. The bird. The bird's the bird. I wish there was a skip cutscene function. And then Passimian, that's another one where I was like, ooh, what am I gonna do with you? But they put in work. I respect Passimian now a little bit. Like, are they amazing? No, but like, they had the spot in the team and they did their job. That's all I ask. Ball is life. I definitely feel like, at least for me, Appleton so far has probably been the MVP of the run. Either Appleton, Rigoraph, or Crocodile. They would probably be the ones that I'd say have probably put in the most work out of everybody. I thought Haxorus was gonna be better, but maybe I think maybe until they actually evolve into their final state, they're not gonna be the best. Oh, I forgot. We still have to fight her. I forgot Cassiopeia counts as a final fight. Okay, well, maybe we could use Wingless there. Because I think she just has Eevees? I think she just has Eevees? I don't know what levels they are, though, so I am going to have to look up their levels so I can, like, properly cap myself at what I need to cap myself at. All right. But some people got knocked out, and by some people, I mean DB and Wingless go in the box. Behe, Geist, Virginox, and Rans get to come out of the box. Ta-da! Okay, and then in terms of check marks, hold on. Let me. Yeah, Toma, I can't give him a check. Well, Toma did take out one of the people. There was a guy before the Star Camp. Toma did take out one of them, and that's part of the Star Camp. So I guess technically he gets a checkbox. You get a checkbox. You already have one. You already have one. You have one. We haven't used Masquerada yet. We'll get there. We still gotta use Dreepy at some point. Oh, that's gonna be a bitch to level up though. Oh, Kaz definitely earned the check mark. Kaz gets a check mark. DB had one already. Rufflet. Yeah, hang in there, buddy. Hang in there, Rufflet. You'll get one. Yeah, he took out the more whatever. He took out one of them. The issue with the bird isn't that it's bad per se. It's a Gen 5 mon. That's the issue. Do you have one? Geist? Yes, because you... Wait, where did we use Geist? Psychic Gym. You took part in the Psychic Gym. That's where we put you to use. I think you did a little bit at the Ghost Gym, but it was mostly Psychic. That you had time to shine. Okay. So before we set the eggs to hatch, the next thing we have to do is the level 57 Tatsugiri. Who's going to Tatsugiri fight? Toma? Toma, I want to give you that check mark real bad. You're not going up against Tatsugiri. Neither is Oz. They are non-factors here. Thrice, I could maybe take. But Thrice is in the maybe pile. Ronin could go to Tatsugiri, no problem. I have no issue taking Ronin to Tatsugiri. Derek can go to Tatsugiri. We could take Kitten to Tatsugiri. I feel like we have to take Michelle because this might be one of the few chances Michelle has to like put in work. And yeah, I know water plus dragon, so it's not going to be super effective, but I feel like we have to. And then we need 2 more people to go with us. I want to take Dreepy, but I feel like that's a bad choice. So we're just going to have to... I could take our Tatsugiri, but I don't feel like that's a great choice. Indeedy... Simeon. Here's the problem I'm running into, chat. Here's the problem I'm running into. If we take... Like, basically... If they get knocked out at Tatsugiri, they don't get to go to the Elite Four. That's just flat, because there are no more challenges after this to unlock them. So I have to be kind of selective on who I take. If Kitten gets knocked out on Tatsugiri, I don't really care, because I'm not really planning on taking her to the Elite Four. Michelle, I'm not really planning on taking her to the, taking him to the Elite Four. Derek's a maybe. Derek's a maybe for the Elite Four. Ronin, I would love to take to the Elite Four, so I don't want either of them to get knocked out. Who over here, though, am I okay? Oh, well, you can't go to Tatsugiri for obvious reasons. I would also love to take Thrice to the Elite Four. But at the same time, it almost feels like Indeedee might just be a better Thrice. But I don't know. You know what? Let's take Indeedee. Against, not saying I'm using it against Tatsugiri, but we're at least gonna bring Indeedee to Tatsugiri. Dragon on dragon, probably not the smartest thing to do. Simeon would probably be real good at the Elite Four, is the problem. Because there's steel. So if I could bulk up setup into drain punches on the steel, I'd probably be... Oh, but there is the steel fairy. That would be a problem, potentially. Do we take Yanmega to the Elite Four? That's the other thing. Do we take Yanmega to the Elite Four? Okay, here's the thing. Yes, we have Bihi, but part of me feels like Hawlucha is just a better Behe. Because Behe has more attack, but he has less speed. And that's with a speed up, he has less speed. Whereas Halucha, I have Roost for self-sustain. I could Sword Dance. I gotta get rid of High Jump Kick for something else. I think Behe has health and defense. That's kind of all Behe has. Okay, I think we take Behe to Tatsugiri, and if we lose Behe, we lose Behe. Because right now for the Elite Four, I'm kind of leaning on taking Oz, Rafarig, Lumos, Taz, and then either Jarek and Ronin, or Ronin and maybe if we get Fracture evolved. Oh, but then I kind of want to use Dreepy too, though. Shit. All right. Either way, we have an egg to hatch. Let's get that egg up real quick. Okay. Who gets to be hatched now, and who? Oh, that's right. Fuck. Whoever hatches now, I either have to use at the Elite Four, or I have to use against the last rival battle if I'm trying to get everyone their check marks. Shit. All right, well, who gets to be the last one out of the gate? Who is it going to be Spire or is it going to be Negapole? I am so sorry, Negapole. It's Spire, though. I don't know why. I feel like it makes sense that Negapole is the last one. I don't know why. It just feels... it feels like... Yeah, that makes sense. Spire's Egg 13, Pokeball with a blue diamond. All right. Again, I'm so sorry, Negapole. Someone had to be the last one. It doesn't mean anything bad. There's always someone that's got to show up last. That's just how it is. And you know what they say? The hero is always the last one to arrive. The hero always is the last one to arrive. So, like, maybe your Pokemon is going to be the Pokemon that just clinches the entire run. This egg taking a while to hatch. Okay, thank God. I did not need another dragon. All right, what do we got? A Zangoose, huh? Well, not a bird. I thought this was Spire. I thought it was going to be a bird. All right, we're going to give it the nickname. You know, this oddly fits for Spire. I don't know why. They are owl, but this still works. I can't, like, it doesn't feel out of place. It doesn't feel out of place for them. Let's see what the tech summary on them. See what we got to work with. This Pokemon immune system prevents it from being poisoned. Well, that would have been useful, like, long time ago. But that's all right. And it's special defense, or it's defense, special defense up, special attack down. I don't think it's a special attacker, so that's probably one of the better natures we could have got, if I had to guess, from knowing nothing about this Pokemon. Do we have any candy left? I don't think we have any candy left. Oh, I got it. Okay, so Tatsugiri. Let's see, it's part water, so that means it'd be weak to grass or electric, but then it's dragon, so never mind. So yeah, the only thing would be dragon moves or fairy moves. That is what we need. I don't think we have anyone on our team who really... Oh, Indeedee could learn Dazzling Gleam, actually. And so could Frostmoth. Question is, who do I give it to? Because I only have one. I might be able to make more, but as of right now, I only have one. Let's start from the top, though. Let's start from the top. Disarming Voice, that's another one. Okay, so we have some fairy moves I can throw on things to, like, help this out a bit. Oh, look! Oh, look! Look, chat, look what we got! We got something that wouldn't have got super effective by fairy that can learn a steel move. Oh my god, I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it. Indeed, you can learn Draining Kiss. Draining Kiss might not be bad to use against Tatsugiri. I could set up with the Calm Minds and then Draining Kiss when I need to heal up. That wouldn't necessarily be terrible. As long as it doesn't one-shot Indeedee. Light screens? No, we probably don't want those. So maybe I could give the Kiss, Draining Kiss to Indeedee, and I could give Dazzling Gleam to Frostmoth. That way I have two options to go. Oh, and it learns Poison Jab too! Wow! This could have gone so fucking differently. This could have gone so fucking differently. I hate it so much. I could teach Leech Life, but Frostmoth is more special. Oh, and it learned Skunk Shot. I fuck about it. Mad about it. Okay, so I don't think we take Zangoose into... Why can it learn Thunderbolt? Whatever. I don't think we take Zangoose into the Tatsugiri fight. I think we save Zangoose for the rival battle. Because Zangoose isn't going to get super effective by a lot of stuff on her team. And has some good coverage I can make use of. So I do think we go with Behe. So I think these are who we use for Tatsugiri. I think these are who we use for the Elite Four for right now. And then I think these over here are maybe who we use for the rival battle. Plus, actually, yeah. Let's take you out, guys. Maybe we throw Rufflet here, and these six take care of the rival battle as best as they can. Just so that way we can get you, and then Rufflet, your check marks. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds most good. Okay, so then let's heal up, because Ndidi was actually hurt. I keep forgetting in this game, putting them in the box doesn't just, like, heal them all the time. Zangoose is handy. Yeah, Zangoose seems like it's going to be handy, but not, like, excel at anything. Okay, so we have to get everyone to what? All right, let me bookmark the roulette wheel. We have to get everyone to level 57, which is gonna take a bit. I have to farm for stuff. I also have to look up the levels of the penny fight. I have to look up the levels of the Elite Four stuff, and decide how I'm doing the Elite Four, because I still don't know how I want to do the Elite Four level wise. I don't know if I want to balance to the lowest level Elite Four member, the highest level Elite Four member, or the champion, because they all go in a row. So if we're factoring it as if the Elite Four is one solid challenge, it does seem logical to base it off my level can be the champion's level. But the problem with that I run into is by the time we get to the champion, I would then be over the champion's level, which falls in line with the rules I've set, but I don't know if I want to do that for this in particular. Because it would be very easy to just hoard up a bunch of candy and then do the fights like matching level to level on each Elite Four member. And then after you beat the Elite Four member, before you talk to the next one, your suggestion is highest Elite Four and not Gita. That's what I was thinking too, is maybe do the highest Elite Four. There's three options I have. Highest Elite Four member, Gita, or go each Elite Four member individually and like match to the first Elite Four member, then before you walk into the next room, because you get to walk into the next room, right? It doesn't just automatically go to the next fight. You have to like proceed onward. Because assuming that's the case, I would have time to use candy to get my party to the next Elite Four members level, and then the next Elite Four members level, etc. That would be like the most fair. You think it's all in one room? No, is it? I don't remember. It's been so long. But even if it's in one room, don't they bring the Elite Four member? Because even if it's in one room, don't you have to walk up to the Elite Four member to like initiate the fight? Like, doesn't it give you time to heal between each Elite Four member, or am I misremembering? Does anyone know off the top of your head? Because that will, like... Okay, so I do have breaks in between each fight. Yeah, okay. So, it would just be a matter of, do I want to match to each individual Elite Four members level, or do I just want to go off the highest? Well, that's food for thought. I still have to get all the candy either way. So, like, I'll have to farm, like, all day tomorrow for the candies. I may actually have to have people help me farm for candies, because I don't know if I would have enough in my game to get all the candy I'm going to need. So I may have to be like, hey, help me out. But I think for now, we're gonna call it here because it's getting late, and even though it is a weekend, I had to work today, and it was quite annoying. So I just kind of want to chill and not be on stream. And you, that way I can rest it for tomorrow. We will be back tomorrow. You know what? Let me whoop and then go over here. We will be back tomorrow. Me and Drac are doing more Elden Ring nonsense. Hooray! Where's my phone so I can see somebody to raid? Give me a moment. Who is still going this late? Who else is crazy? Who else is a crazy person? Oh, look, it's Kaz. He's on. Why is Spacey's... You know what? Should not question the Spacey stream title. That's just asking to hurt my brain. That's just asking to hurt my brain. We're not doing it. Moving on. You know what? We're gonna raid thrice. We're gonna raid thrice. I feel like raiding thrice today. They were doing a XY. I think it was XY. They were doing an XY Souls lock with Rands, but now they're playing Dark Souls and probably having a real bad time. So we're gonna go raid them. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If I don't see you tomorrow, I hope you have a good rest of your weekend, and I will catch you all next broadcast. Have a good one. Bye.